Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to GBD Podcast. It's your host, Bishop. I got my boy Doc here once again.
Thanks for having me back.
And Austin.
Yeah. So today, riddle me this. Is time travel real?
Like, can we do it, or is it possible?
Both.
I think it's possible.
Have we already done it?
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Huh. Why do you think it's possible?
So, I think plenty of physicists have talked about time travel in different lights, specifically going into the future. They theoretically can predict that we can go into the future if we can get close to the speed of light, because the relative time will change less for the person traveling at the speed of light than the desired location. Somehow it's possible in the back, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. Some with wormholes, we can create a wormhole bridge in the past, we can go back. What have we done either of those things? Haven't gotten close, I don't think.
I don't think so either. But I also think that we've been time traveling for some decades now.
How so?
I don't know, but I do know that you would be a fool to think that our government does not have a way of altering the time. I really do believe that deep down in some cave somewhere, there's a little machine or a device or a helmet or a gadget or a button or something that they can press, and probably not necessarily their physical body goes back in time. It might just be a machine that you can literally alter the time.
So would you take over a body of someone in the past?
Precisely.
Just like steal Abraham Lincoln's
Or
body
Okay, y'all
today?
going too far now. You all are high. You're high.
Or body or even a mind.
Or
Yeah,
just
you're
a
high
mind.
in your mind.
What if you went back and gave someone an idea, you know? Like in Inception when they just plant the seed. You don't have to change
So
everything.
what do you think then?
Time travel, no, it's not real.
Why not?
Because why would it be?
Why
What would
would
be
it-
the point
why
to
would
go
it
into the
not
past? What would be the point?
What would the point not be? Why would you not
Hold
want to
on.
alter negative events? Why would it not be real?
But why would it be?
Okay,
Can I say it? You asked me the question, sir. What would be the reason to go in the past?
Let me answer
Everything.
that. Let me answer it.
No, wait. I just want one answer from you and one answer from you
Okay.
so I can finish this slaughter.
Okay. To fix a mistake. Now
Okay.
Wealth. You could generate
Ooh.
so much wealth if you knew what you know now. Go back 5, 10, a year. You could make so much money.
Pause. Now you,
yes.
what mistake they talking about? What mistake that you know of has been fixed by going through back in the past?
Whoa. You said why would I? Not what has been fixed.
You just said
No,
to
I'm
go
telling
fix.
you why would I go is to fix, not what has been fixed. A reason I would go was, I don't know, maybe stop Hitler.
Not you. I'm talking about the government.
To stop Hitler?
Did they do it?
No. But I'm saying that would be a damn good reason to go back.
But that was a bad reason because it
Stop
didn't
slavery?
happen. They
don't
definitely
know.
didn't stop that.
Well, all I'm saying is that's one reason I would go back.
If you're going to name a reason that they have to go back, something has to have altered. Something has to have give people that idea that something has changed.
What if they did go back and fix something awful and we just don't know about it?
What if they went back and
Like-
made something more awful?
Hey, what if I had hair?
Slavery.
We can all play the what if game. But we have to go with what's the facts.
Okay, so what are the facts?
The facts, whatever we're going to say it is, because it's opinionated anyway. It's an opinionated show. But your opinions have to be turned into facts, like a transformer. So how you going to prove that going back in the past, they can do?
How are you going to prove that we haven't already went back in the past?
Because ain't shit changed in the last.
Nothing's going to change
You
if you
wouldn't-
don't know
you
about it. You
wouldn't
wouldn't
know
know
if
if it
it
was changed
changed.
or fixed.
So why would you all think they would go back to change it?
So we wouldn't
The,
know
the
that
same
they
reasons
did it.
we would.
Because the reasons
Wait,
you
no,
hold
they go
on,
back to the same
the
reasons we
reasons you
would.
gave me obviously didn't work. Hitler did what he did. Slavery happened.
What if there's something worse than Hitler and slavery?
And we don't know about it.
Because
what?
What if they wanted Hitler to happen? What if they wanted slavery to happen for
Okay.
personal gain? I'm not saying it's all good to go back. It could be a lot of negatives.
So what's personal gain from it?
I mean, a lot of money they made.
Yeah.
The slave owners?
Territorial reasons?
The whole country as a whole.
Territorial reasons? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm just asking the question.
Boats?
Yeah, you don't seem confident in the answer when I re-ask the question to you.
Nah, I'm kind of looking at you like, why?
No, why what?
So, why do you honestly think that time travel can't ever happen?
What about in the future? Do you think it could happen down the road, 200, 300,000 years?
I don't think down the road, down the block, down the street.
Okay, what's deja vu? What's deja vu?
That's a good point.
What's deja vu? French, for I've seen it all before.
I'm taking my headphones off. Hold on. What are you saying?
So, that kind of takes me back to what I said at first.
Yeah.
What if someone had a way to alter your mind in the past?
Or what if it was a dream?
I've seen it all before.
What if it was a dream? How you know?
But
How we know that deja vu is just not a dream? How we know?
You're awake.
So
Not all the time.
You're awake when you experience
Experience
deja
it.
vu, but you've seen it.
So you
from a
would be
dream.
able to tell the future then.
But you've seen it somewhere.
But how can
from
you
the
tell the
past.
future without knowing
So,
your future?
so look.
No, oh, my bad. Perfect example. You can tell the future just off your own brain. You don't need a machine. I can see the future right now. I can tell there's going to be cars flying soon in the future.
They're already flying.
Yeah.
What cars are flying?
No, you haven't seen that? They got like the little Ford hover things, and it fucking goes.
In America?
Yeah, sure shit. It's like somewhere in Iowa.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying.
Ain't no way in hell
I
that-
swear to God.
Iowa got 5 cars before New York City.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what y'all got, hey.
But
I mean, it's a lot easier to fly in a flat, open area than it would be the metropolis of New York.
Gotham City.
But it does it does what a flying car does. It transports you from point A to B in the air.
We already have that. A plane.
Personalized. And for short distances. A plane needs a runway of what, 100, 200 feet?
Yeah.
This thing can hover in your driveway and then fly to my driveway.
so okay,
So I got to do with the future.
if time travel
No.
Yeah.
to you isn't real,
hmm
how are the Simpsons predicting the future?
See, I think the Simpsons, I don't believe I've met one fan, one person.
Of the show or what?
Let me finish.
You're right.
My king. Let me finish. I don't think I've ever met one person that really stuck by it, episode by episode. I have a close friend who said maybe you missed something. Maybe so. Maybe the Simpsons, controlled by the government, can add things in there to throw people off, like us, to have us talking about it, to help it generate revenue. Simpsons ain't got no damn time travel machine.
So what do they have?
The government
And what exactly is the government doing for a show?
putting clues like that into it, like the Da Vinci Code. Put clues in it to make people like us just go around going crazy thinking about it.
Wait. How does the Da Vinci Code put in clues that make people go around crazy?
Have you not seen the movie with Nicolas Cage? I mean, Tom Hanks?
Yeah. But they're very subtle clues that were posted in the past that come to a long end in truth, right? So the clues aren't put out for the public. The clues are hidden, and you had to go and find them, and then they would show you something.
That's what I said. So nobody who I know has watched The Simpsons have ever said, hey, this and this. It's always a clip that shows up. Nobody can ever go back and find the episode. What episode was it when Kobe died in a car accident in The Simpsons? Does anybody know?
They took it off the air. What do you mean?
What episode when they were talking about the COVID in The Simpsons?
They took it off the air.
But what episode was it? Exactly.
Like
it shows
episode,
up as a
like-
clip.
Like you want the number? I don't know the episode number.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
can tell you
saying, though.
this, it happened.
If I can find in the comments, if y'all can, find the episode. Nobody will find the episode. It's a clip that shows up.
Okay, well let me ask you this:
What's up?
if the government, as you said, is giving this show information to advertise from the future, how is the government getting this information? Are you saying that the government is controlling the future?
Controlling the future? No. But they're controlling pre-planned events. You can call it that.
happened in the future.
You can call it that.
So
but no.
the
When I say
the government is controlling what's gonna happen to certain individuals,
Not in the
sway
future.
life. Why not?
what I'm saying is they drop those clips. Like I said, nobody can go back and find the episode on when all these events happen. They come up as clips.
If you got Simpsons on DVDs, you can find all these episodes.
Do you have it on DVD?
No,
I don't either.
but someone does.
Someone does. Comment if you do. If you know when all those events happen in The Simpsons.
Margin Change from season 4 aired back in 1993, May 6, 1993.
Now find the minute and the time that the event happened. See, you can't do it because the government plays us. The government controls it all.
And what is it?
Our minds. Because we got everybody thinking the Simpsons predict the future or the Simpsons can time travel. It got us thinking that. They got us, our mind controlled. Not brainwash, controlled with that type of situation.
Control and brainwash is probably very similar in this situation.
No, brainwash is when you're just flushed of what you already know.
Episode
Control
21.
is I can still put this out and that person will still adapt to it just this. It's like puppets.
When does it become a coincidence? And when does it become some real shit? One thing happens, coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Two things happen. Oh, another coincidence. Three things happen. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
We might have something here. Where are you at with that? With this TV show that's continuing to do coincidences, when does it stop becoming a coincidence? We're like, whoa, this might be real.
I don't think it's a coincidence. Like I said, okay, it's like the government is a pimp. Let's put it like that. I'm gonna go that route. The government is a pimp. Everybody in the civilian world, we're its whores, right? Whatever the pimp says, the whore does. As American people, we're whores to the government, who is the pimp. So whatever they tell us is what we're going to think. Whatever they show us is what we're going to know. No matter what the situation is. Government can control anything like this. They are the puppet masters. They do anything that they want to do. And then if they mess up, they either take you out, a.k.a. it could be Illuminati, or they change the narrative. You know what I mean? Narratives get changed by the government every day,
Look at
every
COVID.
time.
COVID right now. Look at them all backtracking right now.
See? Narratives get changed by the government. Who's the most powerful force?
If they're changing the narrative, then they're not really controlling the future that well. Then if they have to change the narrative, they are fixing the mistake.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't say they control the future. Y'all say they control the future. I don't believe you can go in the future or past.
So then what does the government gain by giving you little tidbits through some off-brand TV show?
Control mind.
I love Simpsons.
Simpsons is the longest running animated TV show of all time. A lot of people watch it. I'm not going to say everybody. I'll probably say like 60% of the world. Let's go with that.
But it's fallen off quite a bit since.
But people still watch it. People still watch it. It airs on.
Well, just because it airs doesn't mean people watching it.
People still watch it. For it to air, you have to have a certain amount of viewers to keep that show running.
No, you don't.
Then how does it keep running?
Money.
Again, money.
Money, right? Where's the money come from?
The government.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Hey!
No,
Money would come from the source
seriously,
of the show.
If
Yeah. Maybe.
plenty of shows have fallen off and still running. When was the last time you watched actual TV? With commercials and all that. When was the last time you actually watched TV?
I still do.
Do you really?
I have Hulu, but I don't pay for no ads.
I'm telling you, I have not watched actual TV in probably since college, so probably 8-10 years.
The only time I watch actual TV is sports.
Yes.
That's the only time I will watch a commercial is when I'm watching sports. No other time. But explain some shit that happens in The Simpsons, like Camilla Harris's clothes. How
Her what?
her clothes. How
they match Maggie?
No, Lisa. Lisa had a purple. She was elected the first female president. It was a purple suit with white pearls, and then when Kamala Harris came into office for her inauguration, it was a purple suit with.
You think she wore that because of The Simpsons, or because that's what she already?
But
had
who are you to
written
say
down?
that Camilla Harris' favorite show is not The Simpsons? Who is to say that she didn't like that outfit? You can't go off of that one.
Okay.
Go off a situation. Go off an event.
What about the Higgs boson? Higgs boson particle? Homer did a what was it? He was working on a whiteboard and wrote out an equation for donuts or something like that, and it ended up being the exact equation for physicists for the God particle 14 years prior to them to actually discovering it. You think why would the government hint that?
Because the government is a pimp.
Why would the government?
I'm telling you, That's why I compare the government to pimps. Pimps play you. Pimps trick you. Pimps have mind control over whores.
They're magical.
You feel me?
Magic
Like
pimps.
the government can throw that bone out
But why?
and make us go crazy
But
because they're the government.
But why? I get what you're saying, but what is
Yeah.
the reasoning? Why?
Because they have the right to. They don't
But
have the
why?
right, but they can do that.
But why?
Why do we talk on the mic? Why can't we just talk without the mic? Why do we record ourselves right now? Why can't we just do it face to face? Why do we drive to work? Why don't we walk? It's our choice, right? We can do what we want to do.
Okay.
That's what the government is.
But
The government can do what they want to
But
do.
what's the gain?
Sometimes it don't have to have a game.
No,
Sometimes it doesn't have to have a game.
If you're spending all that money, you're spending all that effort, to push out that information. At some point, you're gonna have to ask, what is the benefit? Because everything is a price cost ratio. Like, am I gonna get my money's worth of putting it out? What did they gain from putting out Kobe dying before he died? What do they get from putting out that Kamala Harris was wearing this, or that Trump's gonna get elected, or what is the gain from
faulty voting machines?
So the Simpsons is a government show. Now the government is broken down, whether you want to believe it or not. And these are facts to prove it.
Prove them. Who?
I'm telling you, the government is broken down. You have media.
Who owns Simpsons?
Hold on. You have media government. You have sports government. Political government. They're all broken down into each one.
Okay.
Each one has their own power to control whatever they want to do. People say sports is rigged. Sports government. People want to say the Simpsons can predict the future. That's the media government. It gives them more money for that.
How does them predicting the future produce more revenue? Because I'm not watching The Simpsons more now that I know that. Because I watched The Simpsons pretty religiously way before any of these things came out. Before the internet, before the conspiracy theories, before all that. How are they getting more money from now predicting the future?
Because it's always talked about. Ever since that first.
This is only coming up recently. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some YouTube videos in the past have pointed it out,
It's coming up recently,
TikTok
right?
is when it really got big, right?
It's come out recently.
TikTok's only been around for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's
who
in China.
controls TikTok?
China. So why would the government be? I don't know where you're going with this.
So government this, government that. What's the gain? What do you honestly think the gain would be? What can the government gain from predicting death, from predicting viruses? What's the gain?
You want me to answer that?
Yes.
I think I might have an answer.
No, hold on, Doc. Dre. Do you want me to answer this question?
Yes.
This can get me assassinated right here on GBD podcast. You want me to answer this question?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the government, what they have to gain from it? Power. Mind control. Us thinking that the Simpsons can go into the future, predict future, go into the whatever you want to call it, makes the people scared. There's more people scared that the Simpsons are predicting stuff and it's happening than any time in the world right now.
And you're going to stick by that.
I'm going to stand by it, stick by it, peanut butter jelly twisted to the side about it.
What if it's just conditioning, right? The same way that they are showing us all these images, they're showing all these to get us used to what is going to come. What if they know what's going to come, and instead of having these huge heartbreaks or these huge upsets, they leave little trails, so you get a glimpse of what's going on to help ease the pain. So when they had us in AIT, they used to do what they call desensitize us, right? So they'd basically show us terrible, fucked up videos or messed up videos to get us used to whatever trauma you're going to face. So, I mean, the first time you see an open fracture, you're like, oh, that's terrible. But the 15th, 16th, 20th, 25th time you see it, you're like, okay, it is what it is. What if they're using that as a way to ease into something terrible that's going to happen?
It's a good point. But with that point, take something so... If that was your point of doing something, why would you do it on a platform that not everyone's going to watch?
Well, majority of it.
But what's the benefit of not informing everyone and just a certain group of people?
Because once you inform that one specific crowd, it spreads. It's like a plague. It spreads.
And you have to do it in a if you do it in a joking manner, right? If you can make it funny while you do it, it's going to be you're going to associate that with something funny. It's going to be easier to associate that pain with something easy than if you just came out and said, hey, in 24 years, Kobe's going to die in a helicopter.
Look at it like this, all right? Somebody that's watching this podcast probably never watched The Simpsons. But guess what they're going to do after they watch this episode?
Not watch the fucking Simpsons.
They're going to go look into it.
On TikTok.
Yeah, they're not going to go watch a show.
How you know?
They might go quick Google search, watch the first YouTube video they see.
But it'll bring them interested into The Simpsons, though, in some type of way.
But it's not going to gain Simpsons followers on the average TV network that they're showing their daily.
So can I ask you a question? When First Arm keeps y'all in late for no reason, everything's done, do you ever wonder why he does that?
I just go home.
No, I don't.
You don't.
There's a reason. If I don't already know it, oh well.
So what will be the reason?
But it's not going to make me look more into First Sergeant's mind.
But what will be the reason?
He has one. It's not up for me.
So what is it?
In my position to know.
So how you can't explain that reason is why I feel about the government. It's not my reason to know.
So is your First Sergeant a time traveler? Or is he paid by big government to keep us there longer so that we get more work out of us?
He could be.
Technically, he does get paid more. I mean, but really think about it.
Yeah.
And fuck everything else in life. Like, if you're listening, really think about it. At what point does a coincidence stop being a fucking coincidence? When is this shit like, bruh, open your fucking eyes. Really think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Really let us know.
So I have one last question.
Yeah.
So how would you all feel, right, if, God forbid, something happens like a light pole crashes into an NBA stadium, but then like a week later you see a clip from The Simpsons of the same thing happening? How would y'all feel about that? Would y'all think that, yeah, somebody's just editing this shit and putting it out?
No.
Or do you think this is happening in The Simpsons?
That would be like any other thing going on, because a real life event happened and a TV show just redid that bit. Now, if The Simpsons did it first and then it happened, is where we're at.
That's what I'm saying, though. If The Simpsons did it first, nobody will really know if it was done first until they go back, until something jogs their memory. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that Kobe died and rest in peace in The Simpsons until that clip re-aired. And that had people thinking, like, wow, but he did die in The Simpsons in real life just the same way.
What if it's a cosmic form of consent?
Elaborate.
So, take Kobe's death, right? If I show you a video of Kobe dying in a funny cartoon, right? And I'm sure Kobe at some point probably seen that clip. I mean, if you were in a big TV show in the 90s, because during the 90s, Simpsons was the show. And if that aired in the 90s, he probably would have seen it. If he saw that in a joking manner, never took it seriously, he continued to get on helicopters. He continued to do what he was doing, living his life, how he was going to live, which inevitably ended up being his death. In some sick, twisted way. Is that not him consenting to what's going to happen?
No. Because if it was aired like that in real time, would you think somebody, how far do you go about joking with death in this type of situation? Wouldn't you sue them?
It's not a joke here. It happened.
No, I'm talking about in The Simpsons, though. In The Simpsons, it was a joke because Kobe crashed, had a championship, and he went past the championship to an old buddy. It was in a joking manner that he crashed in there, right? But he ended up blowing up. So how far do you go with joking with your life as it's being portrayed through worldwide TV?
If I told you that I'm going to steal $100 from you in a joke, and then 2 weeks later you leave your wallet on the table, and then I disappear out of the country, and you realize, oh, $100
for $100.
$100 is gone, right? At some point, you'd be like, wow, that's excessive. Probably didn't have to go and do all that. Probably would have just given him the $100. I'm a nice guy, but you probably would have thought at some point, wow, he told me what he was going to do, and then he did it.
Uh-huh.
And I really didn't stop or prevent him from doing that. In some weird way, are you not kind of consenting to that?
I'm not. I get where you throwing the ball at, but you overthrew me.
Okay.
I see it.
I do get what you're saying. You gotta watch out.
Yeah.
You never know. Speaking into existence.
Exactly.
Yeah. But to answer your question, yeah, the government controls us. No matter, people might fight it.
Are we fighting it, or are we being paid off?
I ain't getting paid enough to be paid off. So no, I'm not getting paid off.
But you're getting paid.
Barely.
And you getting off. Hey, hey, let us know what y'all think. One, is time travel real or not, and why? And two, how come the Simpsons use it? It's your host, Bishop. I'm out.
The government is the pimp, and we're the whores. It's boy Austin.
It's just consenting.
Doc out.
Doc out.